the audio was off halfway. Today I'm teaching you guys how to draw your character in a pose. So right now I'm just opening up the app Procreate, and this is the pose I'm going to show you guys how to draw. It's like a kneeling pose on the ground. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up a new canvas. Then I'm going to start with my sketch. So I'm basically just sketching out how I want the pose to look. So I'm getting my sketching pencil. I usually just use anything that I like. You can use any sketching brushes you want. And now I'm just drawing the line for the horizon line in the background. And now I'm just sketching in the character. So you can see I put one knee up and one knee down. It's a pretty easy pose to conquer. Now I'm sketching in the torso and the head and the neck. It'll look a lot better when we start coloring. Next comes the arms. I'm just doing them in a hands in the hip pose. Like I said, you can do any pose for the hands that you would like. And now I'm just gonna sketch in the ears and a quick sketch for the hairstyle. Just two little puff buns and some bangs. You can see I zoom in a lot to get things more detailed. Next thing I'm going to do is create another layer to then draw my real coloring on top of. So I usually take my layer and put the first sketch, the opacity down, so it's like very quiet in the background. Then I take my coloring layer, and that's when I start to color. I use my studio pen or my monoline. Today I'm using monoline, and I'm choosing out the colors I want. I'm just gonna do a basic blue for the pants. And you can see all I'm doing is tracing my initial sketch. And I'm turning it around to see what works. I'm also making my coloring a bit thicker than the sketch, so she doesn't look like a skeleton. If your drawing starts to do what it just did, then somewhere in the enclosure it's not fully closed. Next, I'm going to make a layer underneath my pants to do the shoes. So I'm just choosing a nice mint green color to do for the shoes. They kind of look like socks, but you can put your character in anything you want. And I put my layers underneath, I put the sock layer underneath the pants so that you could see them a bit better, and I didn't have to worry about having to close it and making it look like the socks are over the pants, and I just made them under instead. And you have to make sure that even though you can't see your socks, the top of your socks, you still have to close them up so that they don't explode everywhere. When you're color dropping, make sure that everything is fully enclosed or everything will explode everywhere. Now I'm making a layer underneath the pants again for the shirt. Same reason for the socks, so that it looks more clean. And I'm just doing the sleeves, all one color. You can do multiple colors if you want. But today I'm just doing a very simple design to teach you guys. And next, I'm going to make a layer underneath the shirt and start doing the neck and the head. So I'm choosing my skin color, and I'm just filling in the neck, making it a bit thicker. You can see I accidentally drew a line across the screen, but it's okay to make mistakes. Next, I'm going to do the head, and since my character has bangs, I'm going to do a little cutout in the head. And what you can do is you can hold your circle and put a finger down so that it will make a perfect circle. And that's what I usually do in my drawings. And then I just fill in the color. And now I'm doing the ears. And I'm also going to do the arms on this same layer so it's beneath the shirt. So, I've got my 2 arms done underneath the shirt, and I'm ready to do the hair. And so for the hair, I'm going to make a layer underneath the head and choose out my hair color. I usually just do a dark brown. And now I'm just going to do the hair. You can still see I have to close it so that all the color doesn't get out. Alright, let's move on to the 2 buns. So it's a pretty quick shape, but a very cute hairstyle. Between the head and the hair, I'm going to make another layer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bow. So now, whoops, it's right here in between the layers. And now I can make a bow. And
shouldn't it be in the front of the head?
No, I like it on the side. Whoopsies. I did that wrong. Okay, there we go.
So pointy.
I keep doing it wrong. Okay, so there we go. We just erase this little thingy there. Right, now we can actually start making an expression on this character. So let's start with the eyes. No, the nose, because I usually start with the nose. So usually my noses are just like an oval. And don't forget to make a layer on top of the face, because that's what I just did, I forgot. And I just usually make an oval. You can make whatever character you want, okay? Next I'm gonna do the eyes. So this makes it look like she's super, super excited. Now I'm gonna take a black and I'm gonna do the pupil.
How is it actually open?
Like so. And I'm gonna give her some eyelashes. Oopsies. Right here. I'm a perfectionist. Okay. Next, I'm gonna get this white. And another tip for Procreate, tip number 2, you can hold an area where you wanna take the color and you don't have to like get back in here. You can just hold it and then it'll have the same color as where you want. And I'm gonna do some little shines in her eyes. And next, I'm gonna do a huge smile right here. A big open mouth. And then, here's another tip. This video is just full of tips. You can make another layer on top and then tap on it and press the clipping mask thing. And then what you can do is you can draw and everything will stay inside the area. So that's what I'm gonna do for her teeth. She's gonna have a little missing tooth here, because why not? Oopsies, forgot that was gonna happen. So don't forget to close it, because it can make an explosion of color. All right. And the last thing I'm gonna do with this mouth is the tongue. So yeah, again, I'm just holding the color because that's the color I want for the tongue, like so. Perfect. So yeah, now I'm gonna do a little touch up on the background because it looks kind of boring. But the first thing I'm gonna do, oopsies. First thing I'm gonna do is all of these layers, I'm just gonna swipe like, I'm just gonna swipe like this to this side with all the layers, and then at the top, I'm gonna press group. And then I can close my group, and that's gonna be my character. And now I can make another group, and it's gonna be the background. So I'm just gonna do a pretty simple background. Here I'll get the flooring. And here's another tip. It's just like the circle tip, but you can hold it and then put your thumb down, and it'll make a straight line. And then I'm just gonna do a nice blue for the background. Then the last step that I usually do is to turn off the sketch, even though you can't see it. I like to turn off the sketch. So you just press the check mark right here, and then you sign it. Well, I usually sign it, and then we're done. That's how to draw that pose in Procreate. So I hope you guys had fun drawing with me. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys learned something from this video.